we have a really annoying one this week, with complete recollection. The Sun God has returned from his long hiatus, but he seems to be a bit out of sorts. He complains of strange dreams about Mars. Tachyon has run every scan she can think of, but nothing seems to work. Perhaps a visit to the Red Planet will help restore Ra to his usual sunny disposition. It's not like this could all be a dream implanted by a terrible robot with otherworldly powers, could it? So, Ultimate Edition, or Ultimate Mode, Omnitron II. So, if you're not familiar with this guy, I have a video on the channel. I don't know if I'm actually at Mars for this, but it's one of the best places to be. This is one of those games where it can literally end before you get to play your first card, just because his damage output is seriously that high. It might be a little bit different when Akash comes out, because she'll actually have enough HP to potentially survive the first round no matter what, but everyone else is fair game. So, let's jump in. Lots of ways this can go belly up. We'll see if we get lucky. Power source unknown. Directive destroy. I have seen the far reaches of power. I will not allow evil to prevail. Onward! So real quick, if you don't know how he works, he will stay on this side as long as he has components, but the way he works is he's going to lose all of his components, and then he goes psycho on you. But anyway, he's going to fish out 6 components, which are actually all the ones in his deck. So it's basically hero minus 1 times 2, I believe, or something like that. But those are revealed, put into play, everything else goes back in the deck. At the start of the turn, if there are no components, he flips. Keep in mind Omnitron X and U's components do count, which is why I usually like to bring them when I'm dealing with this. And at the end of the villain turn, top card of the deck is played no matter what. Due to advanced mode, devices, including this one, takes 1 less damage. And challenge mode is the hero value on everything is doubled, up to 8. Now unfortunately there's environment stuff that scales off of heroes too, so this really sucks. Then when he flips, which is what you're going to see for the majority of the game, because all of his components come out turn 1, he'll flip back if any components happen to be in play at the start of his turn, so you basically have to go around and take the damage if you can't block it. However, drone enters play, he'll play the top card of the villain deck, and I believe, like Misinformation and a few others, he can go for miles if allowed. At the end of the villain turn, he will deal the 6 hero targets, remember it's hero minus 1 times 2, with the highest HP, 7 energy damage each. So this I think is hero minus 2 times 2 plus 3, or something like that. But anyway, on advanced mode, damage dealt by devices, including this one, will be increased. And then everything is still in doubled hero value, that is. So out comes the Disintegration Ray, and keep in mind all of those are going to fire on the first turn. So this Disintegration Ray is seriously going to hit us for like 9 damage. The Railgun is 7 damage to multiple targets. Highest takes 9. So Captain Cosmic can shrug this off once he has his Cosmic Crest. These guys are going to take a beating. So I don't even want to try to keep track of how much damage I'm taking here because it's utterly obscene. So out comes a pair of Terraforming. Those will not do anything since the environment is not set up, but otherwise that will cause Omnitron to speed through his deck. So you may be tempted to do Imbued Fire, but the thing is you do not want to kill his components just yet. So we're going to do Flame Barrier. And then due to the Interpolation Beams, we'll take damage if we draw, including through his power, so we don't want to do that yet. We will draw on Tachyon's turn, however, so no. For Haka, we do want to draw, so we're going to play the Mirror, Mare, whatever the thing is called, and we're going to go ahead and smack Omnitron with this for 1 damage. So we get Vitality Surge, which costs us 2 hit points. And yeah, I'll take a card. We need to take some damage here. Out comes another Vitality Surge, and we're knocked down to 15. So for Tachyon, we need to play the Synaptic Interruption. Then we are going to use her Team Leader ability to have everyone draw, so everyone's going to take 2 damage here. Ra retaliates with 1. And we will still have the most hit points if we draw, so we'll go ahead and do so. So for Wraith, we need to start managing the deck. So we want to use the infrared eyepiece. This is the closest thing we have to deck manipulation. We're going to go ahead and use that, and we want to put the repair drone on top. We do not want this thing to come out because it's going to hit us for 8 damage. So we take 2 damage for drawing from the eyepiece, and then we're going to take 2 damage from this. So the environment is going to hit us here. Fire in the biosphere. So you can discard to mitigate its damage, but we're not going to do so. Unfortunately, it only hits heroes twice. As much as I don't really want to say it, the base set environments really suck. Anyway, we're going to use Synaptic Interruption to redirect this into Omnitron. That will deal the 8 damage needed to pop all of his components. He will play some drones, but otherwise his turn's over. So keep in mind from here on out he's going to be on his flip side. So that's why we need Tachyon to be the highest hit points. So out comes the repair drone and also an assault drone. So he gets 3 hit points and then Tachyon takes 3. So for Ra, it is now time for Imbued Fire. And then we're going to use our power so we can fish for the cards we need. So we get Conflag, Flame Spike, and Staff of Ra. Now this may seem weird, but you have to remember there's pervasive red dust, so you want to have a Staff of Ra in your trash at pretty much all times if possible. Then we will do a Solar Flare. We'll throw that away. We get a Summon Staff. For Haka, it doesn't really matter what you play, to be brutally honest. We're going to do Tomoko. And then we're going to go ahead and hit Omnitron with the Mare. And we get a Dominion, which is going to help us speed through his deck because we're searching for Ground Pound. Now to help us with that, we're going to play Fleet of Foot. We get Fire Blast, Haka Battle, another Synaptic, Smoke Bombs. And then we can do Nimble Strike to draw through Tachyon's deck. We're looking for Hypersonic Assault. There it is. So basically we're fishing for cards that will give us a Stay of Execution. We get Scorched Earth, very, very handy card. Supersonic Response, we probably won't use that, I'm afraid. Anyway, for our Stay of Execution, we need to Throat Jab Omnitron so it doesn't nuke us here. This will deal 2 damage since we have a +1 offset the -1, and now we only have to worry about the drone hitting Tachyon. So right here we want to use the eyepiece. We can use this to put the Singularity on top. If the plating gets out, we are screwed because everyone's dealing fire damage at the moment. So you want the Singularity to come out. So keep in mind that's going to destroy the mirror and the eyepiece, but we'll deal. But one thing you definitely want to do is discard for this. So you have 2 ways to go about it. You can either throw burst cards away with Tachyon, which is not really a bad idea. And we'll do that. Yeah, we'll do it with Tachyon. So we'll get rid of the Supersonic Response, and we will get rid of Sucker Punch. Out comes the Self-Destruct Sequence. That's one of the cards we need. So he's in dropship mode, he plays the Singularity, and the Singularity alone destroys that equipment, but he can't hurt us because of the Throat Jab, even though he has no throat. So he still heals, we still take damage, and we're going to go ahead and we do not want to skip turn, we need to deal some damage for the time being. So we want to use Summon Staff. And now for the Self-Destruct Sequence, keep in mind the cards underneath it are in play, so there's actually 3 environment targets there. Imbued Fire is going to cause this to deal 4 damage when we scorch the earth in front of us. Order does not matter. And then we'll keep fishing for cards we need. So another Scorched Earth, we're going to try to keep that in our pocket for when we need it. We don't need the Flame Spike, we don't need the Imbued Fire. We got another Summon Staff. So no, we need to find our Ground Pound. So let's do a Vitality Surge. We got an Enduring Intercession. Okay, we need to get some cards, so we're going to start popping environment stuff. As such, we're going to use Guardian to play Dominion. So right here, I need to block his damage because he's going to hit everyone for 7. That's going to kill Ra and Tachyon. So we're going to use Hypersonic Assault. Now he can't deal damage, and we'll have everyone draw while we search for another card to buy us time. Stun Bolt, that's not too helpful. We got a Synaptic, that will keep her alive, and her alone, I'm afraid. So no, and we need to use another eyepiece. So once again, we want to put this on top. The Hypersonic is not going to affect this. That'll take a huge piece out of Haka. So by not choosing it, it goes on the bottom of the deck. And now keep in mind that eyepiece is going to get destroyed again because that's how Singularity works, I'm afraid. Out comes Villainous Weaponry, which isn't going to do anything this turn, but it can on future turns. Singularity, no! So right here, we need to reset this sequence. So we're going to say yes, pass on our turn. No for Haka because we need to dig deep. So we're going to do another Vitality Surge. Keep in mind you do get more cards by using the Haka cards, but I also want health. So double Vitality Surge gives me 2 cards, and a turn draw gives me 1 more. And I'm going to be using the Haka cards next turn. So no for skipping this, and we need to find our next card to keep us alive. So we're going to use Lightning Reflexes, use Nimble Strike, which is going to give us, you guessed it, another Nimble Strike. Damn, huh? So we have a pair of Light Speeds. We'll use Team Leader, gives us Inferno, Elbow Smash, Hypersonic, and Micro Targeting Computer. So no. So I have 2 impromptu inventions that I can use here. I can fish out a razor, and then I can suture. In play. Suture for health. And we're saved by a Meteor Storm. Out comes a Repair Drone, followed by another Assault Drone, followed by the Electro Pulse Explosive. All this is blocked courtesy of the Storm. And unfortunately they heal. Well, Omnitron heals, that is. So if we don't charge this, it's gonna pop. So we need to sack Ra's turn once again. No for Haka. No. And now... we're gonna use Haka Battle here. Gave me Tomoko and Elbow Smash. We're gonna get rid of Enduring Intercession, Punish the Weak, and I'm gonna stop there at 2 cards for the time being. And then we're gonna use Guardian with Haka Restoration, and we're gonna throw away 2 more cards. We'll put a Taeha in here in case I need it. I'm gonna get rid of Haka's Shielding because I hate that card. Let's give this to Tachyon. No. No. So we want to set up a Synaptic Interruption in case we need it. Worst come to worst, if it gets destroyed, it's just another burst for the garbage. And then we will use our power. So we get a Blazing Tornado, Haka Shielding, Research Grant, and Grappling Hook. And since I'm fishing for cards, you guessed it, it's time to use our Trust Fund. As for what we throw away here... For when the red dust comes, I kind of want to have a computer in my trash. So I already have 1 razor in place, so I'm going to make the other one a throwing knife. And then it doesn't matter what I do here because the storm's going to stop it, so we'll just skip. Got another impromptu invention. Pervasive red dust. So there goes that Razor Ordnance. Look at Omnitron over there, hiding behind that meteor storm, not totally the other way around. So he's going to be healing for quite a bit with all these drones out. I think it's 4? Or wait, he's a device, not a drone. No, it's 4. He heals 4. 1 plus 1 for each drone, I think. So we are going to sack our turn for the self-destruct sequence. We are going to destroy the storm here because we can hit them with hypersonic. We also get a card draw for doing so, so it's not that bad of a move. So no to that. And then we will use our power. Got Flush of the Sun God, and there's Ground Pound. So now we don't want to skip, we want to use this to grab a utility belt. We're going to put this in play. Then we also get another play which we're going to use on our throwing knives. So you may be saying, hey, why don't you grab the micro-targeting computer? Well, imbued fire is in play, and that's going to override it so we don't get the damage boost. So right here we want to hit Omnitron for 2. We can hit this to kill the repair drone. We can hit this to kill it. And then we also have Chairman Wraith's base power last stand. So we get it, hit it for 2 more, and then we can kill this other drone. So I'm killing the drones just in case the other healing drone comes out, because there's 1 or 2, 1 left. That way he won't heal as much. So everyone wants to discard. Choose for me. We'll get rid of an Inferno. I don't need 3 of them. We don't need 3 elbow smashes. We're gonna throw away this. Yeah, that one. And for Chairman Wraith, we'll get rid of Combat Stance. So Pervasive Red Dust is destroyed. Dominion gives us another card draw, which is Tomoko. And then 3 guys get to play cards, such as the Staff of Ra. We're going to take the Taeha, even though another Red Dust is going to destroy it later. I think that, well, actually, it's hard to keep track because when you sack a turn for the self-destruct sequence, you take the top card and you put it underneath it. So you can see there's no other red dust in here, which means it's still in the deck. As for Wraith, I want the eyepiece. Out comes Meteor Storm. Can't help but laugh, I'm sorry. So that hypersonic went to waste. Out comes the drone, followed by the adaptive subplane routine, which is extremely obnoxious. So right here we want to charge up the self-destruct for when we finally use ground pound, that way Ra can also go offensive. So we're going to sack both of their turns. Hey, they can't deal damage, or they could deal damage now. So no, we're not sacking, no, we're not sacking. We're going to use Blinding Speed to destroy that subroutine. And we can actually see there is a red dust under there. So in terms of environment deck, we still have the maintenance level and the villainous weaponry left. Anyway, let's draw. So no, we don't want to skip. No. And we need to get a certain card. So let's dip into our trust fund here. So Mega Computer is never going to help us here. Let's get rid of that. I said let's get rid of that. Damn it. Starting to piss me off, game. We're probably not going to use Stun Bolt either. And I could do the eyepiece, it's just there's no point in me doing it. So let's skip. In case you're wondering why. If one of these drones comes out, and I think this is the bottom card at the moment, that's going to cause the next thing to play, which means the Flechettes are coming out. That's the gist of it. So out comes villainous weaponry. Blocked by the storm. Hey, it's the Flechettes. Who could have guessed it? I mean, it's not like the odds were extremely stacked in favor of that, right? So this is going to kill imbued fire. Now the targeting computer can come into play, and this interruption is going into my trash. We also lose Tomoko, which is heartbreaking. I really like that card. No sarcasm or anything. It's pretty nice to have at least a universal 1-point damage reduction on people. Tempest gets it, Legacy does, Haka does, and there's a couple others. So for we are going to, like, we don't have to skip turn, but if we don't, maintenance level is going to pop out, and that's not fun. So I could sack his turn if I wanted to destroy the Meteor Storm. It's just, you have to remember there's another set of Flechettes out there. So if I don't hide behind this until it comes out, I'm dead. So yeah, we will skip turn. So I would love a Haka battle, but for the time being I'm going to make do with a Haka Restoration, which gives me Taiha and Haka Battle. So we're going to get rid of shielding. I'm not going to use Punish the Weak here. Haka is probably only going to attack on his final turn. So this is going to heal him. I can't pass that to Wraith, Tachyon, unfortunately. And we can then use Haka Battle. Give me another Dominion. Let's get rid of Rampage. We don't need another Savage Mana. And that's good enough. And we're going to give this to Haka. And we got the other Ground Pound. So let's see. No. So I can use Goggles. Pushing the limits. Quick Insight. We'll get rid of an Accelerated Assault. And the Research Grant. Then we will use our power. So we got Wrathful Gaze, Taiha, Hypersonic, and Throw Jab. So keep in mind, Throw Jab is not going to help us when the Pulse Explosives are out. Just something to keep in mind. So no, we don't want to skip. Nope. So we're going to play Targeting Computer for when we can finally start swinging again. And we are going to use the eyepiece now. So the Flechettes are going to be the top card, so we can get them out of the way, and then I can ground pound and go offensive. And then it doesn't matter what I do here, because the Meteor Storm. So this is going to play Red Dust. No! So that wipes everything because it takes out 8 equipment cards. Poor Wraith. Like, I don't know if she's going to do anything this game. So come the Flechettes. But I think my board has been completely wiped here. Kills pushing the limits, okay. So it's time to destroy the storm. So, no, and yes. Basically with the Flechettes out of the way, it's time to ground pound. So we're gonna do that. We'll discard 2. So we'll get rid of this Taiha and this Tomoko. And then we will use Guardian to get Dominion out so we can draw cards in case we need to do something later on, or if I want to just do a massive Haka battle at the end. One of the two. Both routes are fun. So no, So I'm going to use Lightning Reflexes here so I get to play 2 cards. We are going to use Blinding Speed to destroy the pervasive red dust. That's going to give everyone their equipment back. So, Staff of Ra with its hit points intact. We'll take the Taiha so I can smack them later if I don't run into more red dust. Goggles so I get another card play here. And... I want the targeting... wait a second. One targeting computer. I have the throwing knife, so it doesn't matter which one I take, I'll just play the other one. We'll take the computer. We're gonna get a card draw from Haka, which is the other Dominion. So I could double tap him with Light Speed Barrage here. What do I have left? 1, 2, so that's 4, 5. I still have some cards I could potentially throw away. So what I'm thinking is I could do Double Sonic Vortex. Wait a second, is this... Because I'm going to Scorch the Earth with Ra next turn, so I don't actually want to hit the environment. Stop there. And I want to hold on to this just in case he plays something nasty. So let's do a Lightspeed Barrage. There's one more in my deck that I can pull later. Like, the one downside to using the one Sonic Vortex is I can't do 6 damage across the board. Now I can only deal 3 and then 1 nuke. So maybe that wasn't actually the wisest idea. Anyway... So I have a Stun Bolt that I could get out with this. It's just I feel that's wasted damage. So I'd rather do the Throwing Knives. And then I spoiled that I'm going to kill this with Ra, so I want to hit these to weaken them. Oxygen leak, so we need to discard for this. For Tachyon, I can get rid of Sucker Punch. This will work perfectly. So Oxygen leak will take away fire damage, in case you're wondering, which we really don't want if I'm going to Scorch the Earth here. So Ground Pound shuts them out. Out comes the Automaton, followed by the Subplating Routine, which is a tad unfortunate. I think I have a burst of speed on Tachyon. So no, we don't want to skip because we're scorching stuff. Actually, first, let's do Summon Staff in case I can get something good. I got another Summon Staff. Okay, we're just gonna put that in our pocket. Let's burn stuff. So order here matters because this is going up to 5 with the Staff of Ra, which will kill the environment targets, so you want to hit them last. So first we're going to hit Omnitron. He's now immune to fire. We're going to hit the Pulse Explosive. We're going to hit the other Pulse Explosive. We're going to kill the Automaton. And then we're going to burn the other Automaton. Then we're going to kill this one. And now that the damage is reduced, we just get another card draw, which is a Haka Battle of all things. We can kill the other one. And then I could throw my staff at him. I don't know if that would be a good idea. It would be projectile damage, that's the thing, and only Wraith deals that. I'm gonna play it safe in Sunrise in case I can find another Scorched Earth. Or just something fun to use. So we don't need this flesh. Out comes Flame Spike. And now for Haka, in order to abuse the Ground Pound, we need to hide behind the Self-Destruct. So that stays in play. Tachyon, we are going to use her Fleet of Foot. Everyone draws, we get a Flame Barrier. Yes, I wish to shuffle. Get Kaiha, pushing the limits, stun bolt. We'll do this. I can use the card draws. We'll use this to destroy his plating. And... okay, he has 2 cards left. And they're obnoxious ones at that. So keep in mind, both of these are coming out next turn because they're devices and drones. Like, Wraith is going to kill most of this stuff, it looks like. I could do a hypersonic. We'll do hypersonic. Everyone draw. Quick insight. Accelerated assault, so we gain more burst cards to throw away. So, no, we do not wish to skip. So I do have a belt in here. Oh, I have 2 belts in my inventory. So yeah, we can do a lot of damage. Gave me a trust fund. Just kind of hoping I draw one of these. I'll play the Razor Ordnance. Then we're going to use the belt so we can do 2 things. I'll hit him. Okay, when Omnitron shuffles its deck, all bets are off. Pretty much anything can happen from here. So a Singularity would not be that bad right now. Flechettes would be devastating, though. I think Flechettes would be game over. Assault Drone, which plays the next card, which plays the sub... oh my... Who thought this was a good idea? So, we need to deal some damage. I want a power, basically. So let's play the Blazing Tornado, and we are going to use this to burn him. So we want to skip so we can hide. No. Yes. Keep in mind that is her death sentence now if the Flechettes come out. So we will use Quick Insight to draw some cards. I can throw away some stuff. So we want to get rid of Sucker Punch, even though I technically could use it at the moment. We'll get rid of this Accelerated. We will use Fleet of Foot. Goggles. Got an impromptu invention. No. No. We should be able to kill him next turn, I think. So I have a targeting computer here. Let's use this. Impromptu. Ooh, I drew it. Okay, so we can use micro-targeting in play. So I need to fish the belt out here. play. And I'm gonna go for the win. If Omnitron does not play the Flechettes this turn, it's game over for him. Like, I could have taken the knives, I wanted to be a little safer. I also forgot to mention Order mattered there. I needed to lead with the projectiles because he was immune to melee, courtesy of Tachyon. So let's go to Fire Blast. During Intercession. This one. And this. Okay, the moment of truth. What is his top card? Out comes maintenance level, which is going to play the next card, which is Oxygen Leak or Fire in the Biosphere. So skip this. Electro Pulse Explosive. That's game over. Nope, I want to take my turn. So I'm going to summon Staff in case I can fish out... Actually, is there even a Scorched Earth? There's one left. Nope. So Drawn to the Flame will deal 3 damage, I believe, if I were to do it, but that is not the optimal play. Optimal play is lead off with Fire Blast. This will hit him for 6, make him immune to fire. You may be saying, hey, what about the Tornado? Screw the Tornado, I'm throwing my stick at him. So he's immune to projectile right now. And you guessed it. So we've been building up for this all game. So take a deep breath. Savor this. There goes the ground pound. Haka battle. We don't need that. If I don't kill him here, it's all over anyway. Seriously, the environment will kill me. Well, kill us. He's going up with the planet anyway. So that's 12 discarded. Like, right now it's already enough damage to kill him, it's just I want to send a message. It's hot today, I'm tired, you're in my way. And kaboom. So Tachyon was a little banged up, but everyone else was in good health, which is a lot higher than they probably should be for an Omnitron game. Unfortunately, I wasn't really paying attention at the time, so I don't know how long that took. But that... when was the last ultimate? Boss. So I wonder if... I'm not even going to say it. But Omnitron II is easily the most annoying out of the base sets on Ultimate. He's like... I'd say he's probably easily within the top 5 for the entire game. And I'm just glad that's over with. That's our base challenge for the month-ish. It's been 5 weeks since the last one, it looks like. So it's going to be a while before we have to deal with this. And unfortunately, if you didn't notice a bit of a trend, well, they had him repeat twice. I was about to say, it's clear the next one's going to be Citizen Dawn, which I am not looking forward to. Luckily, Megalopolis has been used, so maybe we'll go to Insula Primalis. I'd rather fight there than Megalopolis any day of the week. But yeah, all I can say is no one died. Take that, Omnitron. Anyway, I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and